hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. If you made it another year, throw your hands up high and say I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. They tried to take me out, but I'm still here. Hands to the sky. I'm still here. That's my war cry.
Let the dancing begin.
Okay, number 1 and 2 swords 3350 and 3900. Mixing chamber both about the line.
You gon' be alright, you in the place now, you got grace now, so put a smile on your face, let's get down, cast all your cares on them, you ain't come to just stare, homie, what kind of church did you think it is, you should've known you was coming for deliverance, people all around, when you hear the sound, don't be looking around, move with me now, there's only one king you can bow down, now put your hands in the air right now, cause tonight, I just wanna dance, I'm a nice guy, so don't make plans, I can take you to a place you can go when you're feeling low, make you fly high, Peter Pan,
we gon' have a party. You can leave your problems. Move like this. Move like this. We ain't worried about nothing. Flying high above it. Move like this. Move like this. I ain't worried about it. I'm about to dance. I ain't worried about it. I'm about to dance. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I'm about to dance.
New track right there, God Frame. The song is Party. That goes hard. Let's get into the topic of the day with Octavia Harris.
All right, we back. Octavia Harris with us. We on the topic of the day. And real quick, even before I get on the topic of the day, I'm not going to be able to do fun facts with you. So real quick, tell me, I'm going to ask a couple of questions though. What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite dessert or ice cream? And then what would you be that you're not right now that you're still thinking about? What would it be?
Okay, let's see. The first one, in moderation.
would be cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. Yeah.
Okay, and now the second question you said is, what would I want to be that I'm not right now?
Yeah.
A whole lot richer.
She says, give it the money, y'all. Give it the money, y'all. Okay. Let's get on the topic of the day. As I was chopping it up with you before the interview, you came up with favor. And favor is a funny thing because, even in the church, some people, they kind of shy away from favor, shy away from the blessings, which is really part of God's grace, if you really look at it right. But what does favor mean to you?
Favor to me means that God has directed certain circumstances to be in your best interest. And it could be so many things. It could be people that he directs to you, opportunities that he opens up, unexpected money, a position. Yeah, I mean, it could be so many different things, but it's when man had nothing to do with it, and it was literally the hand of God that just said, because I love you and because I see you, I'm going to go ahead and do this for you.
Yeah.
And it's nothing attached. You didn't have to work for it. You didn't have to, bargain for it or nothing. It just happened. And so that's what favor means to me. And it's beautiful because we all, as believers, have favor on our lives.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of are we believing that we do, and are we in line to get everything that God is pouring on us?
Now that's good. Now, we're going to have to get a scripture for somebody that's out there, or a story of the favor of God. And there's so many we can pick from, but I'm going to let you pick one, man, that you really feel that it stands out in your life, that shows you how God has his hand on your life.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have to say the book of Ruth. And I know people look at the book of Ruth, well, not all people, but most people will say, Ruth, well, isn't that really about Boaz and finding, this man that has all this money and this and this and that? But it's like God really opened the lid on the book of Ruth for me. Favor. He put favor on that woman because of how loyal she was to her mother-in-law. And it's deep because you don't hear about loyalty anymore. People don't want to necessarily be loyal to someone and serve someone and really get it in with someone. And if you know how Naomi was going through hard times, she felt like the Lord had dealt bitterly on her because she lost her husband and her two sons and this and that. So it almost was telling me that, there's many ways you think you can obtain favor, but why not just start by being loyal to the people that God has put in your life?
That's good.
Whether they can do something for you or not. And it's almost like God will say, well, no, I see you. I see your loyalty. I see what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and open up some things for you.
Yeah.
So I say just read the whole book of Ruth and ask God for some revelation on that.
Man, we're going to have to dig into this Ruth real quick, because something people got to remember, Ruth was not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? She was a Moabite. She was a Moabite. She wasn't from the nation of Israel. She wasn't. But because, first of all, she followed the God of Naomi, who was the righteous God. She obeyed Naomi. And this is key. I mean, because there's a lot of people that think that only Israel was the people that were saved. No, there were still people being converted into the same thing back then. But we also see that God used her to birth David. She birthed the King David was from Ruth. You know what I'm saying? And Boaz. So when you look at that, I think it was right after that they had Jesse and then David. So when you look at this whole thing, this is a woman who had nothing that God used to do a lot. And favor is like that sometimes. Now you can look at the other girl and say, how come when she left, well, she listened to the lady, but no, there was a key that she stood and said, hey, your God is going to be my God. Your people are my people. I'm staying with you. And I think that's key. Like you said, it's good to see the favor of God in our life. Let's talk about right now. What are some ways that, or give me a testimony, a real life testimony of the favor of God in your life.
I would just say how he had his hands on me the whole time, you know, whether I was running in the streets or, you know, in just crazy circumstances and places and around, you know, just harmful, disruptive situations. He still had his, I mean, I've had people read my testimony, like, for instance, on my site, or hear my testimony, and they have told me, I can't believe some of the things that you've experienced because I don't look like it. Yeah. It's almost like, you know, going through the fire and not a hair was singed. It's like you look, and it's God. It's a miracle that I still look the way that I do, and that I'm still in my right mind. You know, I have no aches and no pains. I'm a positive person, you know, and I'm still moving forward. I still have my hope. Only God can do that and literally change somebody from the inside out. So I say the favor of God on my life has been demonstrated in so many ways, but just Him keeping me. And He is just amazing. He is so good. It's like if people don't have that real, true relationship with Him, I just plead with them to say, you know, ask God to reveal Himself to you. And it doesn't matter how far you've strayed. It doesn't matter how sinful, you know, you've been or what kind of circumstances you've gotten yourself into. He has my whole life just in a whole circle of repair. Yeah. And it's out of His love that He's guiding me step by step. And He can do the same thing to you too. So I just want to encourage people who might be listening, that He is able, you know, and I am a living testimony and a witness of somebody who He has radically changed from the inside out to where people don't even believe my story anymore.
Praise God.
Praise.
Yes, that's good, man. I mean, just seeing what God is able to do in our lives is great. Just like you said, even different things that happen where you might be in a tough situation. It's like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this, and then you get one of those stories, but God. But God came through in the clutch. You know, God he got more clutch jump shots than Michael Jordan. You know, he's an all-time winner. You know, and I mean, even in sports, we love that analogy of like, man, it's the end of the game. Are they gonna win? They gonna lose? But in our life, we don't like that. We're like, yo, God, I want it to be comfortable the whole time. But those are some of the defining moments for us in our life. When you look back at it, you say, man, I remember when I was down and out. And really what happens is God shows you that you cannot do it on your own. When you receive the favor of God, it's like, man, there's no way that I could have did this. All right, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back on Yadah Da King Radio.
Tune in to Yadah Da King Radio on the Star Radio Network. That's www.thestarradio.com. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Got a topic? Call and text us at 425-243-4285. Tune in for banging music, uplifting Christ, and abundant life, all at the same place. Once again, that's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.thestarradio.com.
Star Radio, promoting Christ without compromise.
Hey, I always gotta keep my practice. Yadah Da King Radio.
I'm Miss Cole.
And I'm Don Christian.
On Yadah Da King Radio.
Yadah Da King Radio is now
in Cleveland, Ohio. And you can catch us on
WOGS 103.9 FM.
Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Get it in with us
as we interview the best
in the gospel urban community.
If you miss a show,
visit